Interesting. Now I'm confused. I'm befuddled. Apparently there's someone watching. Well, could you say whether or not this is live or not? I'm befuddled. Ah, okay. Fair enough. So it looks like that was a very slow start. Right. Well, to anyone who was interested, unfortunately, I haven't started showing anything yet. But I suppose I can do now. What a weird start to a live stream, eh? I've been talking for 2.5 minutes according to this phone here. 2 minutes, 20 seconds. And it didn't seem to be recording for that, did it? Who have we got? We've got Joe, we've got Robert, and we've got Benjamin. Hello, guys. How are you? Right, I'm going to start with my worst things, you know. Well, things I don't like. Funko Pops. Yeah. Although Eddie's not bad, is he? We don't mind an Ed. Hello, Palps. How are you? So, someone brought me a load of Funko Pops in. Normally, I won't buy them, and you know that I won't buy them. But she was pretty desperate to get rid of them. I mean, you can tell with some of the prices there, £5. She was pretty desperate to get rid of them, and she let them go very, very cheap, which means I get to sell them very, very cheap. That's supposed to be £5. I'll take that off because that one's supposed to be £5. So I agreed to take them, but they're probably going to be sat around here for ages. 15 quid sounds a lot for Grogu, doesn't it? But you get 4 for that price. 4-pack. What a bargain. Even though I think these are horrible. He's cool. And I've got to admit, I quite like him. There's some harder ones. Oh, Ben likes the Pred. I knew he would. I knew he would. There's some harder ones to find, but also some very, very cheapy ones. Boxes aren't all minty mint either, to be fair. I'm just going to go over them fairly quickly. Another one there that Ben will like if he hasn't already got it. Do we have any love for Funko Pops in the chat? Well, Robert's just answered that question. Funko Pops are rubbish, he says. I quite agree with him. I quite agree. Does Super Predator have a cape and trunks on the outside? No, it's not that kind of Super Palps. Ben's already got that rocket. Damn, I'm not going to be able to shift it onto him, am I? I'll paint it another colour and tell him it's a variant. See, you can clearly see some of these are dirt cheap. I thought that one would be more chewy. I thought that one would be less. Hello, Joe. We've got another Joe in the chat now. Oh, Pedro Pascal. Your favourite actor, Joe? Transformers Mechanical Alliance. If you get MTO1 and MTO2, Scrap Metal and Rampage, please save them for me, says Robert. I'm not sure if stuff like that should be said out on a live stream, but there we go. It's done now. And something else that's done is all them Funko Pops. It's like a wall of them. Look at that. That's my worst nightmare, is that. No, he's your favourite actor, Joe. You love him. You go see all his films. Right, okay, so that's the Funko Pops. That's it. Bye then. No, there is more to show you. There is more to show. I'd have to decide what next. Everything else is out on the table. tell this ain't scripted, can't you? Dave, hello Dave. You've had plenty of viewing hours off me in the last couple of days. 2 nights I've left your old live streams playing. Right, so we've got some manga. Got a full run there of Chainsaw Man. You get volumes 1 to 11 in the box set. And then you get 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's the latest volume, is that. So, yeah. Very cool. The first 3 or first 6 volumes of Death Note, depends how you look at it. Each book there contains 2 volumes. And then Bocce the Rock, never heard of it. And Assassination Classroom, volumes 1 of each of those. And I don't know if I'm allowed to show this on YouTube. On the Japanese imports, we had some Yokai brought in. And I can't tell you the names of all of these monsters because I just don't know them. I have seen the films of these and I think they're incredible. I think they're dead funny. Some weird and wacky designs. Did you know that Pokemon are technically yokai as well? So we've got 4 of these 3 packs. We've got that pretty lady there. We've got the scaled and winged beast there. And we've got whatever he is there. And then down here we've got even more. Sorry, they're not very well lit, are they? Let me see whether or not I can put a light on it with my other phone. That's a bit better, isn't it? Yeah, that's a bit better. So well detailed are these. It's just whether or not you've got any interest in them. Which I'm assuming none of you guys have, to be fair. But the cool little thing, so I've got to show them. Look at that. Hilarious. But the one that I'm not sure if I can get away with showing. I'm going to try. It's him. It's essentially a Willy on legs with arms. That's Gapper. He's a turtle type man. And then you've got that ghost thing there with the skull. It's also got a wig on. It's a skull with hair. And yeah. You got to remember in Japan, they don't see those things the way that we see them. They actually have a day in Japan where they celebrate the penis. How strange is that? Hey, they're Japanese at the end of the day. I forget what the day is called, but they literally do celebrate something to do with fertility or something like that. Very strange. Very strange. We've had some diecast. There's 4... I'm going to say Back to the Future cars there. No, 1 Back to the Future car. 4 Fast and Furious cars. Quite nice little models of these. A Willy with arms. I know a few of those, says Joe. How's the family, says other Joe. The family's great, thank you very much, Joe. That's the iconic one, isn't it, from the first film. These are 1/32 scale. And they're by Jada, whichever it is, you know. It's one of them. And yes, Palps is right, that's a very nice DeLorean. Opening doors, which is quite nice. It's from the first film. And again by Jada. As is this, which is from RoboCop. That's 1/24 scale. And it's the police car, the Detroit police car. Nice model. Martin took great delight in telling me on Sunday that this is essentially a Ford Sierra. Couple of 1/64 scales. This one is green light, I believe. Is it green light? Or are they green light? What's this one? Oh, these are Hot Wheels. Sorry, these are the Hot Wheels Premiums. So they do have the rubber tyres, the nicer paint jobs, the solid metal bases. So like 4 times heavier than a normal Hot Wheels. As is that one. And then we got, these are the green lights. We've got a Starsky and Hutch, and it's the beat up one, so it's got like rusty paintwork and you know, touched up paintwork and cracked windshield and all that lot. Very cool. And then we've got the police car from Back to the Future 2. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Palps is correct. Is confirming. RoboCop's police car there is a Ford Sierra, known as a Taurus in the USA. Cool. Dom is a family car, yes. We've got some Hasbro wrestlers, as you can see. They're not all minty. As usual, Legion of Doom, they've got some spikes broken off. It's a thing, isn't it, with Hawk and Animal. But, you know, it is what it is. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, he's missing his cape. In fact, there's no accessories for any of these Hasbros. Sergeant Slaughter there. Hulk Hogan. He's in very nice condition, is Hulk Hogan. Really nice condition. He's in better condition than the real one. Ooh, too soon. It probably is too soon for that, isn't it, Gareth? Shut up. Shut up. Ultimate Warrior, he's in quite nice condition. I suppose I could get away with the same joke with him after how long it's been, but I feel I've just shot myself in the foot by saying about him. And Big Boss Man. He's got a bit of play where, you know, his head there's got some paint rubbed to him. This is what it is. I feel I've priced them all quite fair. We had another set of those Borgs in. Borg Assimilation. I think I've now got, including my own set, I've got 3 sets of these now. Someone's been having a look through these as well, because number 1 was on the top, I'm sure of it. And that's number 3, the Cardassian. There's number 1, the Klingon. Klingons always take the number 1 spot, don't they? Fantastic figures these are. And Erosion. They're awesome, of these. These are the best Star Trek figures that have ever been made, in my opinion. Yes, as you can see, there's lots of Power Rangers. That's the Reignition series. And I still see so many people complaining on social media that these are such poor quality and they're made out of cheap plastic. I think I have to remind them, they are cheap. You know, they're not expensive at all. They're very, very cheap. And on top of that, they're made for 4-year-olds, for crying out loud. Stop moaning that they don't meet your collectible quality standards. But we've got all 5 of them in. So you can get a full set and build up the complete Megazord. We've got these funky little gremlins in. Zach's asking if we've got any Mass Effect. No, I'm afraid not. Sorry. None at all. So these funky little gremlin minifigures, I like these. These are sweet. I really want one of these for my own collection, but I'm not opening the entire box to try and get what's probably going to be the rare one. Can you tell which one it is that I want? Hey. Let's... I'll give you all a minute to guess which one it is that I want. Ben straight in there, glow in the dark. That's right, the trench coat gremlin. I love that. Although I've got to be honest with you, I like both of the ones with 3D glasses on. I think they're cool, and the chainsaw one's quite sweet as well. Yeah, yes, it glues. Yeah, anyone that knows me knows what I'm like for glow in the dark. Now, what else we got? We got a couple more Star Trek bits, so we're going to go... Ooh, we're going to warp up here to have a look at this. This is one that you saw in the thumbnail, most likely. I think I've lost one. Oh, I found it again. Yeah, so this is the Trans-Warping Enterprise from All Good Things. It's... the point of this is that you can transform it. Sadly, it is missing a couple of flaps, shall we say. It's complete though if you want it like this, you know, in this version of the ship. But if you do transform it, which you trying to do this one-handed is probably not a good idea. They fold down into there, and then it's missing the flaps that would come out and cover up this hole here, and it's missing them on both sides. Other than that, it's complete. But it's only really any good is this one if you want a model of the battleship version, the Dreadnought version of the USS Enterprise D. Which, to be fair, when this came out, that's what everybody wanted it for, because you can get versions of the Enterprise D, you can get multiple versions of the Enterprise D, but this version is very, very hard to find. So that's what everyone wanted it for. So I think it's still a decent kind of collectible as it is. Hello there, Gap. How are you, sir? We got the Enterprise E. These Star Trek pieces, that one and this one and the next one I'm going to show you, they all came in off Andy, Excelsior's domain. He dropped them off on Saturday. Bless him. So we got the Enterprise E there from First Contact. He had spares and he decided that he wanted to keep the best of the lot. This one, the electrics do work, but the lights don't, so it makes sounds. But it just doesn't want to light up, which is a shame. But again, nice model, nice model. I can remember having that hung from my bedroom ceiling when I was a wee lad. And then the other one that he brought me in was a complete boxed transwarping Enterprise D. So that's this one, but complete in the box. So yeah, pretty cool. Box is in nice shape as well, which is cool. It's got the inner packaging. Sounds like it's powered by a blast furnace, says Palps. When is the next Cosmic Council? That'll be next week, Joe. Did you miss this week? It's what we had last week. Maybe you should push cell down to make the connection good. The lights might work. Is that what you think, Gap? Well, we will test your theory and probably end up breaking the buttons while I'm at it. Here we go. How hard do I have to press? I think if I press any harder than that, my finger will go through the plastic. So we'll just accept that the lights don't work. Yeah? Hello, Rolando. How are you? How are you? Where are the Gammas? They're in the other video. That went out last week. We've got something different lined up for you tonight. What's everyone else? No, press down the nacelles. Ah, you say that. You say that. I do know what you mean, because that does happen sometimes. But there's lights in there as well. And the lights aren't working in there. So it's the electrics for the lights that aren't working. Yeah, I know what you mean about the nacelles, because I've done that many times on other models too. Nice try though. Hello, Ed. How are you doing? I like how Gap's actually calling you Horace. So yeah, all that's left on the table to show you now are some cool Thundercats. Thundercats are on the move. No, they're not. They're all laid down on the table. We've got Rotaro. Sadly, no accessories. Has a little bit of playwear. Most notably on the front here. Thing on the back. It's not really working. If you sort of like give the arms a little bit of a movement while you press it, then it works. But otherwise, it's just too stiff, and I daren't actually force it and break the mechanism inside. We got Hashiman. No sword, but he does have his helmet, which that's usually missing. It's not in bad condition in that one, so it might be one to get and then try and source a sword for. So it's quite nice. We have a not so nice Panther. Paint rub really bad on his beard there and on a couple of his spikes. Hello, cat. And again, mechanism not working in that one at all. And there is a little rattle to it, so I'm guessing it's broken inside. Got two very, very nice Burbills though. These are really nice condition. Very, very near mint, I would say. In fact, there's some dealers out there that would call these mint. They're not. As you can see, there's a little red mark there. Ever so light bit of rub there. But very, very nice. Ed's back on his usual account now. So that one was Burbill Bill. This one is Burbill Bert. Just tiny, tiny little bit of paint rub right there. Otherwise, nice and minty. So again, I'm saying near mint on this one. Not mint, but near mint. Lovely paintwork on it. We got one of the irritating Thunder Kittens. Wily Cat on his surfboard. Or jetboard, or ski board, or whatever you call it. He's not in bad condition neither. We've got Snarf. Snarf, Snarf. Oh, Snarf. We love Snarf, don't we? We do. We love Snarf. And we've got Lion-O. Lion-O's in fairly good condition. Just tiny, tiny little marks right there. And that one there. Otherwise, it seems to be pretty minty. As you can see, he is complete. He's got his sword. Little paint up to the sword. That's always the case. He's got his glove. And he's got his battery ring there. Now, I haven't tested it myself because these things never really seem to work, in my opinion. But he did say, did the guy, that he has tried it and it does actually work. So maybe that's something I should have a go at some point. Was Wile E. Coyote a Thundercat? 35 quid for that bear? Overpriced. Yeah, it's the condition, mate. You can get much, much cheaper ones in poorer condition, but it's same with anything, isn't it? If you want something in good condition, you have to pay that bit more for it. What else is that? I think that's everything on the table. Shall we have another look at the Willy again? There we are, for you disgusting people. The only other thing, really, that I've got to show you are some gorgeous figurines down here. Oh, I love these. I mean, you know already, I've had this one in before. And I really like this. And I saw that they had some more available. So I decided to order them as well. And it turns out there is a whole series of them. And I'm so tempted. I am so tempted. So these are all from Getter Robo. And that's Tetsujin 28 back there. Which must have appeared in Getter Robo at some point. They all come fully boxed, and the box artwork is gorgeous. I've just had to put them up there though because they just don't fit in the cabinets. The cabinet's pretty full now. As well, you can see the cabinet's quite packed, isn't it? So that's the one that I already had, and then these are the other ones. That's him at the front there. That's the other red one. And that's Tetsujin. And they look good in the box, but I just think that they shine more if you take them out and put them on display like that. So that's what I've done. I did want them all to have their arms raised, you know, like those are the three. But this one here, because of the white piece over his chest, his arm won't come up past it. Which is a shame. It's a shame. And I'm fairly sure that that's everything that's come in. Well, I say everything. I've had a trade-in this morning. I've had a trade-in of Turtle stuff this morning. There's all of the NECA figures and Super 7 reaction figures. There's 5 boxfuls of comics. But they're not in a state for me to show you them yet, so I need to get them all out. Is that King Kong as Emperor Ming's Royal Guard? No, that's a Mondo retro toy version of Kong from Godzilla vs. Kong. No, Godzilla X Kong. Because he's got the power gauntlet for his fist. From when he hurts his fist. Now, the only other thing that I want to get some of your opinions on this. I'm not saying that I'm going to take your advice or anything like that. But I just wonder what you do in this position. I had a chap leave some stuff with me a year ago. And he wanted me to make an offer on them. He said that he was going to leave them with me. And then he would send me an email with a price list on it of what he was hoping for. That email never came. I did think that I weren't going to be getting these off him because he said that he'd been on eBay, he'd had a look at the average rate, and he figured that I might be willing to offer him 10% less than that. Well, if I'm paying 10% less than the going rate, what am I supposed to sell them for? That just doesn't make sense, doesn't that? Usually, as a rule of thumb, we try and get them for half of going rate, or maybe just a little bit more than half. But 10% off? That's not a very good margin, is it? Anyway, he left them with me, and I was sat waiting for this email to come that never came. I've put these away and stored them for him all this time. It's been a year, and I've never heard anything from him. I don't have his phone number, I don't have his address, I don't have his email. I can't get in touch with him. What do I do with them? Do I sell them and then just try and cut a deal if and when he ever turns up? Do I keep saving them indefinitely? What do I do? Anyway, I'll let you have a look and see what you think. So we've got a Lego Millennium Falcon. It's one of those MIDI ones. Sealed in the box. Lots of Doctor Who. We've got the Emperor Davros, a couple of those. So you can see he's the guy who was going around B&M buying them all up and hoping to turn a profit. There's more than a couple of those, just 3 of those. Some of the history of the Daleks. We've got Remembrance there. Not Remembrance, sorry, Resurrection. Another one with a Dalek taken out of it. Another one. Another one. We've got the 5 Doctors set with the Dalek taken out of it. What would you do with these? Because I can't just hold on to them forever, can I? We've got the Time Crash set. The blister's yellowed on it, sadly. Oh, and yes, that is a Time Crash set, but it's in the wrong blister. See, the packaging says the 9th Doctor. So it is a shame that that's yellowed, but that's weird, is that? Because every time I've had the San Diego Comic-Con 9th Doctor, it's always been in a yellowed blister. Interesting. We've got a vintage Emperor on a repro card back. So that's a recard, is that? On a reproduction card. Don't know if that Kane's original. It looks a bit shiny, so I don't think it is. We've got the retro Grand... it's not Grand Admiral, is it? Admiral Akbar. Another recard there. It's got a replacement sticker on it as well. You can see that quite clearly. Of R2-D2 sensor scope. And then what's these? So I don't even know what these are. Oh, the Ruins of Skaro set. I think all three of them will be the same then. So this will be 2 Movellans and a... I was going to say the word for this and I just thought I'd probably end up getting censored on YouTube, wouldn't I? Dalek with bombs. Yeah, you're not allowed to call it what it actually is, are you? Let's say kamikaze Dalek. Yeah, the Movellans are cool. Love them. And is that a dead planet? A dead planet Dalek. Yeah. What am I supposed to do with them? How long do I hold on to these for? Hey? How long do I hold on to them for? Or do I just wait until he comes in and say, oh, you owe me X amount of money for storing these for you? He also brought me 2 other items. There's a Michael Myers mask there from Halloween. It's on some kind of... I think it's just been stuffed with bubble wrap or something. Look, it's been in there that long, it's gone flat at the back. Look at that. And then one other item. I forget which version this is. I think it's just one that was locally produced, actually. Stormtrooper helmet. Yeah, I think he said that the guy who made these was based in Huddersfield. It is only very, very thin. In fact, you can just about see that it's squeezing when you try and hold it. I wouldn't say it's particularly well made. Looks good on a shelf, though. Very good on a shelf. Looks the part. What do I do with them? What's Gap suggests take pictures of everything he brought you for documentation, then sell them, and if he shows up, give him what you would have given him if he ever came back. How's that? The only thing we've got is that he's got it in his head. He thinks that I'm going to give him eBay prices less 10%. So I don't know how I'd stand on a legal footing, to be honest with you. Charging for storage, yeah. I think that's one thing I could just throw at him. Real Stormtrooper armour is that flimsy. Oh, is it now? Okay, fair enough. Gap likes the Michael Myers mask. It's alright. It's not brilliant. It's painted, you know. Painted. You see there, paint's all flaked off. Very strange. Very strange. I do wonder whether or not it's just a cheap mask that someone's painted up anyway and then stuck some fluffy fuzz on top. Ben says, I remember when that guy came in, I'd just sell him. It's lost, he hasn't come back. Well, yeah, there is the fact that... I mean, there's no paperwork, is there? I mean, there's the fact that I've just put a video on YouTube now saying that they're not mine. There was a handful of DVDs as well, which are still... I'm surprised I haven't been sued. Handful of Doctor Who DVDs. Just on the steps here. And they've been there for a year waiting for him to come back. I'm surprised nobody's tripped on them or slipped and whatnot. I'm going to move them. I'm going to move them because now I've said it, I'm tempting fate, aren't I? Yeah, move them, Gareth. So that's... Well, you've seen everything that's come in for sale, and you've also seen stuff that's not for sale yet. Still take pictures and document it if you're going to sell them either way. Oh, yes, I would do. I would do. I appreciate that, Gap. But no, I can't keep hold of them forever. They're taking up space in the shop, and, well, space is a premium, isn't it? It is. Right, I'm going to call that a day now. You've seen pretty much everything that I can think of that needs to be shown. The turtle stuff you'll wait for next week. Next week's going to be totally awesome. You know what I'm like. Tomorrow night is not the Cosmic Council, but it will be hobby time. I haven't yet decided what kind of hobby I'm going to do. I have started painting some Warhammer minis, so maybe I'll just continue with those. That might be interesting. And with that, I'm going to get off. So take care. There will be a premiere tonight, but it's nothing spectacular. So if you want something spectacular, go back and watch last week's Gamera video. Especially if you haven't already, because it's worth watching 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Honest. And with that, I'm going to get off. So take care, everyone. Bye-bye.